Hey guys, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. It's beer 30. Let's go take a walk, see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Thanks so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it, guys. We're going to do one of the beers I picked up at the barrel chest. This is Sycamore Brewing Juiciness IPA. These guys are down in North Carolina. I don't think I've had anything from these guys before. When I was out there at the barrel chest, I picked up some beers that I hadn't had before, and some of the stuff that wasn't aware that was available here. Some of them, like the Captain Lawrence, I wasn't aware that it was available down here. So we picked up a bunch of beers. Hopefully it'll keep me going for at least a couple more weeks here. And let's see what this brings to the table. This is not a big beer. It says 6.8% on the can here. Beer Advocate has it listed as 6.9%. So maybe last year's edition maybe was 6.8%, 6.9%. This one has a date on the bottom of a 12/27, December 27th. So here we are in the first couple of days of February. So looked appealing and sounded appealing and had a date on it, an ABV, so I picked it up. Let's jump over to Untappd, and they don't have the IBUs, but they do have it listed at 6.8%, which is what this one is. It says juicy and refreshing. This thirst-quenching IPA is dripping with lively citrus notes, first sip to last. So, and like I said, it does have 12/27 on here, but it's written on the rim, and it's very hard to read instead of down in here in the center of the can where a lot of the beverage is. But this thing has a very recessed bottom, and so I don't know if the dating machine could actually reach that far up in there and do it. So maybe that's why they've got it here on the side of the can. So, and I've got it inverted. Hopefully, if there's any settling that's gone on in the can, it is working its way back down, but we're going to try to get it all in the glass before I go off camera, like I usually do anyway. So that's all we need to talk about. So like I said, we don't have the IBUs, and a lot of the breweries don't put that information on it anymore. So let's see what we got. Kind of cloudy and hazy coming out. Very much looks like a New England style beer. So, a very pleasant looking can. It's got orange slices on it, and we shall see. Nice finger of head on there. Looks like a glass of orange juice there, guys. Very good looking beer. Definitely looks like an unfiltered beer. Very nice looking beer. Let's get it to the nose and see what we got. Oh yes, big time hop aroma on this. I'm getting oranges, hints of grapefruit, maybe some tropical fruit notes in there, a little bit of pine. Smells very pleasant, very, very pleasant. So I didn't go look and see how many different beers these guys, and maybe I'll do that during the break while I'm sipping on it and see if they produce a lot of beers. I don't know how old the brewery is, if they're just getting started. They've been doing this for a while. So maybe I'll do a little more investigating while I'm sipping on this. So let's do that. Let's sip on it. Cheers, everybody. Very smooth, very easy drinking. Now the hop notes are not off the chain. on the taste, but it is a very, very pleasant beer. And almost being a 6.8er to the 7%, where I usually start my go-to beers search when I'm looking for beers to drink when I'm not reviewing. Probably close enough for me that I would probably purchase this again. I mean, it's got a very, very pleasant taste. Very balanced. Not a huge bitterness on it, to me. Very tasty. Very, very tasty. Very nice. But this is a printed up can, so they paid to have this can printed up with this fancy artwork on it. So I would prefer to see just a plain Jane silver can with a stick-on wraparound label. That way they can change the ABV on the labels easier than having a whole new batch of cans printed up. So let's get the final pour in here. Very nice looking beer, guys. Very, very nice looking beer, and very, very easy drinking, very smooth. Alcohol is very, very well hidden. So let's sip on this, and we'll come back and we'll give it a grade. Hey guys, I'm back. Been sipping on it about an hour or so. Tasty beer. It's not outstanding or world class, anything like that. Well made though. It's not. I wouldn't. The appearance looks like a New England style, but the aroma is pretty much on. I was getting big notes on the aroma, but the taste is not world class. I would buy this beer again, guys. Even though it's not up to the 7% or bigger, it is a tasty beer. It is a well-made beer. These guys are in North Carolina. I went and looked, and they're out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And I looked at on Beer Advocate at the beers that they brewed, and they got a long list of beers they brewed. So, not sure how old the brewery is, but they do have a large selections of beers that they have brewed, and don't know how many of them are seasonal or available now. When I go back across town, I'll check and see if there's any more beers from this brewery that I can pick up and review for you guys. So don't know how often I'll be able to get over there. Now that I am retired, I have the time, but don't have the money. Living on Social Security puts a big dent into how much money I'll spend on stuff like this. But we'll try to keep it going. We'll see how that goes. It is a tasty beer, guys. So final chug on this one. A great looking beer. A great smelling beer. But everything is kind of subdued. I am getting notes of the oranges and grapefruit and everything else I described earlier. But none of it's off the chain like a lot of the New England style beers are. So I would like to taste maybe some of their double IPAs, or maybe even some of their dark beers, whether it's a porter or a stout, or I don't know if they're doing any bourbon barrel aged beers or not. So I'll check into it next time I'm across town and see what else from this brewery that we can pick up and review for you guys. Guys, to me, it's an A-. That's as much as I would like to give it a better grade. It does have the ABV and the canned on date on. Doesn't have the year, so I'm hoping it's 2019 edition and not an earlier beer, 2018 or something. It doesn't taste like it. I mean, it's not super malty or anything like that. So I enjoyed it. Like I said, I will see if there's anything else from this brewery that we can pick up next time I'm over there at the Barrel Chest. So A- for me, guys. 90s where I'm going to put this. There's only 2 people on Beer Advocate that's posted comments, and both of those were last year's beers, I think. One was reviewed in October of 2019, and the other one was reviewed in March of 2019. So both of those were earlier batches than what I am drinking now, and of course they have it at 6.9 and this is 6.8. So let's go over to Untapped, and they have it at 3.87, which is in their B+ range. I'm giving it a little bit benefit of the doubt because of the appearance. Looks like a hazy, unfiltered New England style appearance. but not so much in the taste. And that may be where they wanted it to be, guys. And they might not have wanted anything overpowering everything. It is a very smooth, balanced beer to drink. But like I said, again, I enjoyed it. It was a tasty beer. I'm giving it a better grade than Untapped because it does have the date on it and it has the ABV on the can, and it is a very tasty beer. So, with that being said, if you've had the Sycamore Juiciness IPA, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.